good spin. Oh, that actually fucking hurt. Let me open up this goddamn pit, Fullerton.
Is that in Fullerton? That Denny's?
Oh, I don't know. It's opening up this pit is just like a thing you say at concerts.
But you said Fullerton.
Yeah, that's just like where a lot of shows happen.
Okay, so you just chose that.
What's up, Fullerton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to a show once for Dawson. We dropped by because it was near the balcony. That was in Fullerton.
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
you
what
guys
was
went to a show with Dawson?
We didn't go to a show.
No, he would never let us.
It was, we found out where his show
Fuck,
was.
what's that venue
And
called?
it was a skate shop with
Yeah.
like a bunch of dudes just not dancing and like nodding their head.
I fucking can't remember what it's
yeah,
called.
bro.
It's like on the street next to a boba shop and like a pizza place. I can't remember.
Shout outs to us, the Yard. Welcome to the Yard.
Woo!
Ow!
Hey, Aiden, can you get rid of all the Halloween shit?
Yeah,
Bye.
Just slide it off
Just
the
slide it
TV,
off
you
the-
psycho. Keep the skeleton though. That gets the top. That's important.
That didn't go very far.
Can someone answer who gave my gnome a Rasta hat? Who did this?
That's my Rasta hat.
Whose is
we
that?
got that in Italy.
Who's
This-
Rasta
in Italy.
bracelet?
So I came
That's
in
an
here.
Italian Rasta hat.
Are you Ludwig Lion now?
Big up!
Oh, Lud Lion.
I've been working on my accent if you want to hear it for the rest of the show.
Oh, well, maybe not the rest.
Well, what do you know about the Doppy?
Well, I could tell you about the
or
doppy.
Pussy old Bomba Club?
I get sloppy doppy.
Wow.
Oh, I feel like that's a curse and you shouldn't say that.
I said it.
We're like throwing darts at a map and deciding which worldly place to hate us this episode.
Yeah.
I think we can get
Now
them
it's
all.
Jamaica.
We got 52 weeks, 52 countries in the world. We got there.
all 52
All
of them.
52. It's like Pokemon.
52 countries.
Yeah, and then 53 is Mew.
I feel like you said 52 because he thinks there's 52 states, maybe.
There are. I'm kidding.
52 states in the U.S. and 52 countries globally.
It's the magic number of the world.
Do you know how many countries there are?
171.
Depends who you ask.
Is it 94?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know?
Because I'm not counting Taiwan.
What does that mean?
not gonna
Like
dab
John
you up on
Cena?
that.
It's
Not
a
gonna dab you
Chinese
up on
Communist Party joke.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because there'd be 195.
It is crazy that John Cena had to apologize in Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one. So the Chinese Communist Party walks into a bar.
Okay. We're continuing the saga of Nick's slow decline, and that makes me so happy.
No, this is good.
Nick bombing. Love that.
Just the tension is what makes the joke good.
Yeah. My stake just went up.
I think the YouTuber's name. I think it's Drew Binsky. I think. Which does sound like the setup for something. Now that I say it out
Dude.
loud.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Dude.
My brain was a slot machine.
Yeah.
Be like, Drew, what? Drew, my balls.
Dude, real quick, the other day we had in our group chat for our house, in the same like 20 minutes, Aiden was talking about his friend Candace, and Cutie was talking about her friend Wendy,
Yeah.
and I'm like, not on.
Yeah. We all were stanced up like no one's talking to you
And
guys.
both of them actually had a
It
friend.
was also
with
like
that
questions
name.
like, yo, is it cool if Candace comes over?
And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
real funny, Aiden.
It was important. It was
Yeah.
important. I was trying to help Candace out, and nobody's responding because they
aren't
don't
we
want to
all?
fall for the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
joke.
Yeah,
Come on,
real
brother.
quick, Mr. Jablomi asked if we could.
and then Cutie actually had a stream with Wendy
Yeah.
from Offline TV, right?
Mhm.
So
Well,
it's
no,
like,
not actually offline TV. But
oh, she's not. Oh, my bad.
Hey,
there are 5
my
people in
friend
offline
Ball
TV,
Zach wants to come over.
and about 40 people get the offline TV tag
Why is that?
because they just made a lot of people.
So this is interesting. Atrioc got pissed. Well, he wasn't actually pissed. He's never actually pissed, by the way. My award-winning video was just a bit. And Atrioc was saying downstairs, because we were making jokes about, like, NVIDIA stock.
Uh-huh.
He's like, why does everyone think of, like, just NVIDIA stock is, like, I'll just go around talking about it. Like, Nick would be playing Melee with him, and Atrioc doesn't approach in the game. He's really fun to play.
Yeah.
And Nick would be like, how much NVIDIA stock did you come to center stage, bro? Come
I
on,
was
dude.
like, how much to get you to play Melee with me,
Yeah.
dude?
Just to play Melee while they're playing Melee. And he was like, why does everyone get it? Like, Nick says it, like, everyone says it. And I was asking him, I was like, why do you think we say it?
Mhm.
Okay? You have to ask yourself, why people perceive this about you? All right? And he didn't have an
Ooh.
answer.
Look in.
I love psychoanalyzing Atrioc when he's not here.
It was
That
it was
sounds awesome.
a bit of an indictment in the Doritos Locos Tacos Gaming Center, and I was just sitting there. I was like, I feel like it's just funny, and I don't need to break it down.
Is it a Bernstein Bears effect where we're like, we think he says it all the time, or he did at one point?
I mean, it's like half his investment portfolio, and he looks at it like almost daily and talks about it a decent amount, along with other NVIDIA
but he
shilling
talks
things.
about it a decent
Does
amount.
it count
Yeah.
as your investment portfolio if it's compensation from your job?
Yeah, it's still your
'cause
investment.
It's still an asset that accrues value. What the fuck question is that? You have a finance
Do
degree.
you think there's like a different category? And
Yeah,
it's
but
like, this is the one the company gave you, and this is the one you bought.
He didn't invest any money though. You know, it's just like
No, he literally
stock
did.
bonus.
Doesn't it come from your?
Yeah, there's like a stock matching system that companies do.
I
Hey,
feel like
it's
if
because
you,
we don't do
if
it.
you receive a stock, it's still an investment, just like maybe in like the philosophical sense where you
I
get-
guess I
you
yeah.
offer your labor that
just
in return.
categorized it differently because it's like
Capitalist
he's
scum.
not like not working there and gambling on the stock rising. He's invested
before
in
I
this.
came up
Never
here,
mind.
Atrioc's in our kitchen right now. And before I came up here, he goes, I know, fuck yeah. Before I come up here, he goes, well, can you not like do an impression of me on the show? And I literally look at him. He actually asked me this question. I look at him and I said, why? I'm going to go do an impression of you
Yeah.
on the show again,
And
like
you
I
did.
always do, like
Just
I
now.
did, yeah. And he just laughed and he's like, oh, it's like a fun challenge. And I'm like, no,
It is a challenge.
People have
I'm
been
gonna
Try
make
not
fun
to
of
come
Atrioc.
or
That's-
do an Atrioc
I feel like it's a
impression.
rite of passage. I feel like I get to make fun of Atrioc
do.
and have a podcast.
We all actually. You two specifically shit on Atrioc so much.
Yeah.
You do when you're on stream together. I feel like you do it less
Yeah,
when
if
you're
I'm
just
with him.
hanging out.
never when I'm hanging
And
out.
he's gonna reach a breaking point.
No,
No.
he is.
because he's secure in himself. And we shit on him for being rich.
Also, he delivers it back to me, maybe tenfold.
Does he?
I
Did he
call
get
him
that?
old
he does
once.
hit back.
And then he hits back with 1,000 blows.
Oh.
I will say, people are going to ask why Atrioc's not on the pod, and I will answer this because I fucking hate that guy.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
Let
go.
me tell you why. This piece of shit.
we got beef.
Yeah, we got beef, bro.
Oh.
So you know how
Ring
we
the
have...
It's
bell.
the beef bell. Boom, boom.
Can we all do a well at the
Duke 'em
same
up.
time to
Duke
see
'em
if he
up.
can hear us from down
All
there?
right, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I don't think they
I don't
heard
know
that.
if you heard it. But we heard it from downstairs.
They heard that.
He was like
Oh,
already
they
there.
heard that.
He's under the hatch right
Yeah.
now.
Shut
with his
the fuck
ear
up.
to the fucking ceiling.
That threw me back to living in an apartment complex. Anyway, this
He's
guy...
banging on the roof like a
Downstairs
Friends
neighbor is
episode.
so
Oh
bad.
my
This
God.
guy, giant sack of shit, because we got the guest room,
Mhm.
and I loaded up that guest room with a pretty nice computer stream setup by Slime. Let's get that going. He did it.
Yes, sir.
And it has a, like,
This was the one, by the way, that you told Saikuno you had when you didn't.
yes.
And then I
Yeah.
had to make it happen in
what
a day.
happened?
Somebody tell Saikuno that he lied.
Did we talk about this on the pod?
Yeah, we
yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah, the one I lied to Saikuno about, but we have it now, and I got him the guest room, and he has the setup there, and I was like, hey, you can stream from there.
It's beefy.
First day he's here, he streams from my upstairs setup. I don't know this because he has not streamed here. He streams from my like personal computer that has no camera on it that I just use for like business calls and just other personal things.
It's also the old computer you used to stream on
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah. So I didn't know. I knew he
this
was
computer's
live.
hilarious too because it has a really nice custom keyboard next to a really shitty keyboard that's plugged in that he uses.
It does have that right now. Also, it's not that nice. It's the 100 Thieves. It's the high ground one, right? That's the
you
one that's
used
sitting
to
next.
have the super nice one next.
Oh
that you
yeah,
poured
no, I
water on,
spilled
yeah.
a bunch of stuff on
You
it.
That
are,
one, to be
that-
fair,
you
it's
are
not
a
working.
pillar of waste.
But I did get a new
You have
keyboard,
a
so I'll
waste
put that in
man's
there.
desk.
Anyway, the point
does.
is that's my personal computer, and I got him a setup. The first day he ended up streaming from that computer. All right, and by now this is already out, but that's where he leaked the Valkyrie DMs,
Yeah.
and then that didn't end up great for Ray. I will
That's a
say.
that's a net positive for content. Am I right?
Content?
It
Yeah.
is good
You
for
guys
content.
made clips out of
Good
it.
for
You're acting
content.
like it's a problem. You instantly capitalize on it.
I didn't do shit.
What are you talking about? It's on your channel.
I didn't do any. No, it wasn't.
Big A or leaks the DMs or whatever.
That was Atrioc's channel. His stream.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dude, he's dirty. He fights dirty.
I didn't do it.
1-to-1.
So I'm like, motherfucker, I didn't think you were going to use that computer. I got you a computer. Then the whole rest of the entire trip he spends on that computer daily playing chess games.
Yeah, you also can't use
For
it.
like 8 hours. I can't use it. And now he streams from my setup downstairs in the stream room. And he hasn't used the computer in the guest room once.
He actually worked his way down. He did the
Yeah.
exact opposite of what you requested.
This is the plot of Parasite.
He logged out of like all of my shit and logged into his shit on like both computers.
Can I ask you? So, all right. So the leak happened. I'm like figuring it out. I'm in a group chat with Aiden and Ken, our old boss.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
we just talk about stuff, and he's like, "Damn, I feel sorry for like her and atrioc. Like this sucks." And we're like, "What happened? We didn't even know."
Yeah,
Right.
Because I was upstairs, he posts the clip, and I'm like, I'm looking at the timestamp, and I'm looking at the chat, and I'm like, this just happened in our house downstairs like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, like behind you.
Yeah.
And I actually went
could have done
downstairs,
something.
Because in my head, it was like, oh, this might be a high-stakes situation. Like, I didn't even read the DMs. I went downstairs because I wanted to see how atrioc was handling it. Atrioc is not only not concerned, not talking about this, but still streaming and still playing in the Fall Guys tournament.
Yeah, just talking to chat.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Impenetrable.
If I lived with Mark Wahlberg, he would have stopped the leaks.
You think so?
Yeah.
He would have stopped all.
Marky Mark could have stopped the Valkyrie.
I
leaks.
love how
Yeah.
you're comparing atrioc to an actual group of terrorists.
Yeah.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, the domestic bunch.
What's the so remind me. The story is that Mark Wahlberg was supposed to be on the 9/11 flight. Is that what it was?
No, he just thought that if he was on it, he could have done something. That's
oh,
all.
I thought
No.
the origin
Seth
of that was
MacFarlane.
I
that
think it might
I'm
be
Mark
that.
Wahlberg.
I thought the
and I
origin
could've
of that was
stopped
that
9/11.
he like was gonna be on that flight but wasn't. Or
Seth
something.
MacFarlane was going to be on the flight, but he missed it.
Oh
And
shit!
we would have lost Family Guy. Don't say
Damn.
anything. Everyone's made this joke before. I just learned about this.
Anyway, that was the result.
So, dude, fuck you. By the way,
Why?
Here's why.
Yeah,
because
fuck you.
Because this happens. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my, I see. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. So at home, please join in. Everyone's like, this happened, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I message the group chat, and I at Ludwig, and I say, the upstairs computer is fully like usable for streaming, so this doesn't happen. And I just made sure to say that in case there was like, it wasn't known.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came down and said to you, I was like, why didn't he use it? And you said, because Fall Guys wasn't installed on it and we had to start. So you're acting incredulous here.
No,
like,
this is what he told. I'm just passing on the message. I did not know he went live from that computer until like 30 minutes into the stream. And then his reason was because the Fall Guys was not installed on the upstairs computer.
which he could have just clicked the button.
I know. I'm with you 100%. It's a very easy thing to do. That was his
Not
reason.
a big game. Doesn't strike
It's
me
not
like
a big game. He also didn't use a face cam downstairs, so there would have been no different setup wise.
It had no face cam. Also, the mic on that computer sucks.
Also, there is one upstairs. Either way,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And I remember being so mad because I was like, this motherfucker, he has one job as a streamer
Yeah.
in any context ever. Your job is to not show information on stream.
Mm-hmm.
It's just your
The
job.
funny part to me is that streamers consistently like don't talk in a self-destructing platform. It's like all of your jobs is the same thing: to broadcast your computer to 20,000 people. That is all of your jobs. So stop talking in the biggest program you use when you stream. Just stop doing it. Just talk somewhere else.
Oh
Yeah.
no, the Discord leak was a text leak.
I know. Still,
Right.
just
yeah.
talk somewhere else.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
you're always
What's the
using Discord.
alt-right channels
And-
that people are using?
And this episode is brought to you by Signal.
There it
Signal.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
too saw that
you don't
documentary about WhatsApp.
You don't want them reading your messages? You can
No.
get over on Signal.
Hey, we're not doing a fucking free read for them.
Yeah,
No,
they-
fuck
we
Signal.
take it back. Fuck Signal. We
Archie,
neutralize
blur
it.
all that shit.
Telegram, so much
No,
better.
stop this.
Telegram.
Even not realizing the free
Meta.
dollar. Meta.
Yeah.
Lizard book.
Can someone explain meta to me? I've been out.
It's new Facebook for lizards by lizards.
To Atrioc's credit, did you see that he guessed the fucking name?
He
No.
did do
Like
that.
a week before the reveal?
Insider info.
Crazy.
Dude, I saw. Okay, I won't lie. I got this information from a TikTok, but this guy was telling like the story of where that comes from, that name, and apparently it comes from this book. I don't remember what the book's called, but it comes from this book where the origin of the word metaverse comes from, and in the book, it's used to describe a place that's like everything. You know, like those pictures where it's like Burger King, McDonald's, and like KFC, and like the whole city is just those.
Yeah.
Like a hellscape of like corporate America.
Yeah.
It's used to describe like the entire world being that way.
Mm.
And it's very dark that this is
Really?
where the name has come from
Wow.
and landed, especially in the hands of the
Zucky fucky.
Zuckster.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think
sweet.
look,
Not
my
to be
sweet
like,
baby Ray, man.
I'm 14 and this is deep, but there was this screenshot of that episode of Black Mirror where the dude is looking at the wall and he sees his avatar in the wall, and then there's an almost exact same like shot of Mark Zuckerberg looking at his on his wall.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just like, and
That's so
you know,
weird.
not to spoil that episode, but you know that he's in a terrible place.
Listening to Dance with the Devil by Immortal Technique saying, this is like Black Mirror.
You guys want to see the most fucked up but most profound episode of Black Mirror that you'll
And the
ever
most
hear?
true thing you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Like, I think you know.
You think,
I thought
do
it
you
was,
think he wants to have sex in that world eventually? Do you think Mark Zuckerberg wants to
I think he
fuck
wants a
an
place
android?
to not be bullied. I think he just wants to go somewhere.
I don't think he has carnal desires besides smoking meats.
I think he just wanted to go above $1 trillion valuation because they sunk below, and that's like, oof.
Did this swing him back up?
They fell
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Oh, is this it?
This is the image.
That's
Holy
so
shit.
fucking weird.
That is exactly how you described it.
Yeah, it's just 10 years before.
I am
It's-
14, and this is fucking deep.
He's like, I want to be Donnie Darko.
Dude, it'd be so sick if they T-posed him. I think the whole thing was
Do it?
sick. Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing I thought was really interesting. I saw a stat floating around that was like, teen use of Facebook is down 15 minutes per user. And in my head, I was like, are there actually fucking teens that are still using Facebook?
Yeah.
That's the more
think it's
surprising
globally
thing to me.
Not
Hundo P,
Americans.
because
Yeah.
it's just it's so big still in some other countries. Like it's still the new hotness in some places.
We moved on.
Dude.
No,
Feels
in
good.
America,
Yeah.
Everyone from my high school that's super into Trump is still on Facebook.
Oh, it's the
Oh
spot.
yeah, yeah.
It's the spot.
Dude, that is the weird part. Is like there's like this political like wave of it where like everybody from my hometown is still like posting.
Dude, I can actually. It's like sometimes I like accidentally open the app. Like I still have it on my phone, and sometimes it just I fall into it being open. And I think I could identify like of everyone I've ever known who's least likely to survive an apocalypse is the people who use Facebook stories. What a goddamn feature to be using in your life right
I don't
now.
think I've ever opened one.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never opened one.
Me and
like-
you would be
it's
the
like-
most successful in a zombie apocalypse.
Me and you
Mhm.
out of this group.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Why do you think that?
we can climb walls.
Damn, because we've been climbing.
Hold on. Before we get into this fucking jerk off session,
Yeah, I actually have some things. I have some complaints.
do you remember Epic? Obviously,
Of course.
Epic is a smasher that we used to
The
play
inventor of the stinky tipper.
melee with. He's like a total enigma, very weird guy. Only played Marth.
Can I tell my really quick Epic story?
Something was funny about Epic all the time is he used Facebook's feature to like. He watched like Hulu, right? And it was connected to his Facebook account. And every time he would watch something, an episode of anything, whatever, he would rate it. And that would get posted as his status
Yeah,
on
and
Facebook.
And it was always
And it
5
was
stars.
literally always 5 stars. Everything.
That's sick.
But he was watching shit every day. So it was like 6 posts a day.
He would rate every episode of a season.
Like Glee, episode 2, season 5, 5
Wow.
stars. Every time.
I love this guy.
And one time he got roasted in a Facebook group for SoCal Melee, and someone was just like, Epic versus like V Money, like 5 stars. Like,
Right.
dude, it was so funny.
Was it a bit?
No, he was
He's
100%
never ran a bit in his life.
weird and serious.
It'd be so sick though if he ever rates something not 5 stars, because I would never watch it.
Also, everyone would be like, "Did you see Epic rate something?" I've never seen that show, but that must have been really bad.
Yeah.
If it was 4.
one time Epic. This is back when like not a lot of players were at like mid level were power shielding often. It's like I don't know. It's like 2017, 18, whatever. And I'm playing versus Epic, and he's a lot better than me at the time. And he power shields 9 lasers of mine in a row. That's me. Shit.
What are you doing? What, you gotta cook turkey?
Yeah, what do you got, your fucking turkey to cook, idiot?
Sorry, I got it.
Get him.
You cooking turkeys
I,
right
re-
now?
Fuck you.
I really wanted to say I had to call your girl, but there's no girl that I'm comfortable saying that with in this room.
Right.
Sorry, bitch.
Anyway, so you know what it
Piece of
was?
shit.
It's actually more embarrassing. I put this in the freezer before this. For an
It
hour,
was your Europe freezer.
and it was my
timer.
Europe freezer timer, but I had to take it out early.
Your freezer timer.
He doesn't put them in the fridge. 'cause
I
Epic.
mean,
he-
let's just get
Think-
back to the
think
epic.
ahead.
Get back to Epic,
Epic
man.
one time power shielded 13 of my lasers in a row without missing one,
God.
and then leaned over to me and said, "That was on purpose."
That's
well,
funny.
You know, imagine doing 13 accidentally.
He would also invite his entire Facebook friend group to like a dance event on Thursday nights. It was called Rock It Thursday nights. I
Rocket
still
Thursday
remember
nights,
it.
roller
This guy
rink.
sounds sick.
I would
And
love to go to Rocket Thursday nights.
Literally every
The
single
yard goes. That'd
he-
be so sick.
he just invite you, and it's like very weird. Anyway, those are the people I imagine still using Facebook, but
Uh-huh.
like in the Netherlands.
Loosely on the topic of your old melee friends.
Your girl.
yes. Shout out Dawson.
Again, too close with your significant others, so
Yeah, how close, bro.
I'll kill you.
Yeah, real close.
would never make that joke. The video, there was that tweet about Timothy Chalamet making custom Xbox controllers,
Oh, yeah.
which
Yo.
immediately I already like the guy. Respect through the roof.
I
Now
had-
I like him.
I had
Even
zero,
more.
dude. I had zero opinion about the guy. Like
Yeah.
everyone, like all these people, like hate him, think he like looks like handsome Squidward.
Uh-huh.
All these other people over here think he's the hottest guy in the world.
Yeah.
All this shit, right?
I don't know.
And I'm like, couldn't give a fuck. And then he comes out and he's like, he has an Xbox 360
And says he played
controller
Melee.
making channel on YouTube. I'm like,
Says he
that's
played
my guy.
That's my guy.
And then he has that interview where he's like, yeah, I play Smash, Melee, and the
He
interviewer.
said that.
Modern
Then the,
Warfare
then the
2.
interviewer, this is the crazy part. The interviewer's like, "Oh, do you like play the one like the Nintendo?" He goes, "No, Melee." He like corrects her.
Yeah. He corrects him.
And I'm like,
This
Gamer.
guy's so sick.
I'm like, this guy's fucking
Dude.
rules.
yeah, he's.
You think Melee? He watched off the 6?
Oh,
No way.
shit.
He's not
no
PPMD.
shot.
That was our Timothy
What-
Chalamet
yeah.
at the
Our
time.
odds of getting him on the yard have quadrupled.
I'm
At
gonna.
least.
In that video, I watched he does like a minute and a half video on this Xbox controller he's made, and he shouts out the guy who requested it, and his tag was Stud Muffins.
Yeah, there's zero shot to the same
It's
guy.
not the same
Oh,
guy,
zero
but I
shot.
just thought that was so funny.
Another one of our friends.
Is he
Yeah.
not on Twitter? Oh,
Who?
he is.
Timothy Chalamet?
He is. He is.
He
You
probably
is.
just spell it.
You
You're
just
just
follow
typing
him?
in
Are you gonna tweet
champagne.
him?
you
I
hitting him
just
up?
followed him. I'm tweeting at him. Yo, want
To come
wanna
on my
come
podcast.
on my podcast? We like Melee.
Hey,
Shoot
stamp
it.
Stamp
Rip
that.
it.
And then I'm gonna do the monocle emoji. It's my
He
favorite
probably-
emoji.
Because if you sent it without that, he probably would have thought you're like a peasant with no class.
Uh-huh.
But because you added that on
Well,
the end,
look, I have the verify badge. I have almost the
Dude,
same follow count as
you
him.
know what he's gonna reply? He's gonna see this tweet and he's gonna be like, "Hey, no, you skipped out on the Dune premiere, brother. Not no shot.
Dude,
He's
that'd
gonna
be
watch our
hype.
last episode. Oh
You
no!
skipped
He'll be
the
like-
Dune premiere and now you fucked
Not only
us.
did I skip it, I watched Dune and I don't like it.
What if he's like, hey, I ain't tweak, bro. Y'all are whack.
Damn, that'd be hype.
That'd be hype.
That'd be
Yeah.
hype. That's a video.
Okay. All right. You want to talk about rock climbing? You broke your foot.
No, I just want to talk about how we're fucking better than you guys in a zombie apocalypse. You non-climbing headasses.
Because we would come up to a wall
you
of
flories,
rocks.
you flories.
We call you Flories, yeah, as a whole me and Lovey thing.
Yeah.
It'd be
but,
crazy if you call this
we
Flores.
would
That sounds
approach
fun.
a wall
Can I
of
just say
rocks
that
and
now?
quickly start climbing up, and you guys would be not climbing. You'd be
What
saying,
if it's-
"How do we climb these rocks?"
What if the wall of rock is just more difficult than a V2? You guys are
Oh,
both fucked.
okay. Well, first of all, you're behind.
Yeah.
We're at V3s now.
Hey,
Woo!
that's right.
Okay. Well,
That's
hey,
facts.
what if it's a V4?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh. Well, V4 now.
If it's a V4, I like get up, my foot slips off a few times because I'm wearing rental
Yeah.
shoes still, and then I go like, "Oh, it's the shoes, it's the shoes."
Zombie apocalypse. They're like, oh, I forgot my shoes.
And then I do a run where I like kind of skip a rock, which like kind of cheating, and get halfway up and then fall and go. Next time I got that one.
I just start further up on the wall.
Yeah.
I maybe have Nick boost me.
feel like
There's a
your,
zombie. It's like,
your abilities here feels like super
Give me
conditional.
like actually 3 more try zombie. I'm gonna get
Dude,
it.
me and Ludwig just went climbing with atrioc, and when we were walking up, I had this thought. I didn't get to say it because I was just like thinking about something else. But I had this thought like, rock climbing is so nice because Ludwig doesn't get recognized when we go, and it's like this cool thing that we can go do.
Because we went like a few times
and
I didn't
like
get
and like
recognized.
yeah, we went a few times getting recognized. I'm like, it's a cool thing that we just go do. The universes are so separate. And that fucking day, we go, and it's like every person in the building knew who he was. Literally like 10 people came up to him, and at one point, a guy called his friend who came and showed up to the rock climbing
No
building
way.
wearing
Shitting
a
me?
Mogul Moves hoodie for a picture.
To get a pic, yeah.
That's
He
so
pulled up.
And
that
I was
is great. What this person look like?
and I'm like, I'm trying to climb rocks to get the fuck away at this point. I'm trying to get as high up as possible.
yeah, it's a motivator.
Yeah.
Can I get a pic? I'm like at the top of the V2.
He's-
No shot.
He's climbing up the wall, and the Ludwig fans are at the bottom, like the War of the Worlds.
Yeah,
scene.
just clawing and
Or
like
fair,
World War
saying
Z. To be
boys.
To be fair, all of them were very cool.
Very nice.
It was like
Yeah.
this crazy density of cool people.
You don't recognize a
compared.
poke today too. You took Daniel away from me.
I did.
Damn.
Daniel was the guy who didn't recognize me, but like started a conversation with me because he recognized the Slippy logo on my pants, and we started talking.
Oh.
And realized
Dude.
that he watches Smash Summit, and I've gone in and we've had like a few different conversations, and he's always super nice to me. Fucking walk in with Ludwig today.
He knows Aiden
literally-
pretty well.
He looks at me and then he's literally speechless. He's like he looks at Ludwig, he looks back at me, and then he looks at Ludwig and he's like trying to adjust his mash to say something, but he can't think of something to say. And then finally he's like, "Are you?
No, what
Are
happens?
you?" And
he-
then he's like, "Yeah, I'm Ludwig."
No, I said-
he said, "I'm Aiden's roommate."
I
And
like
then-
that.
oh, yeah,
I
I'm
like that
into
bit.
Ludwig's
That's
new
huge.
thing that he started doing is every single time someone recognizes him, instantly Ludwig goes, "You want a picture?"
Yeah, you
'Cause it's what they
preemptively do
want.
it. You preemptively
But
do
it's
it.
so funny to assume that because that might be true. It's
What if
probably
it's
true
no?
more often
This
than
guy,
not.
Daniel asked for a
then they'll be
picture.
like, oh, okay, I would like maybe they don't want a picture, but they would be happy
It just
to have
puts
one.
them in a position where if they go no, they're weird, but they're not.
That's kind of hype though, because then you could be like, "Hey, Ludwig
No,
came up to me, asked for a
I'm
fucking
good.
picture." I was like, "Nope."
That'd be
pussy
chill
loser.
too, because then I say,
I'm good.
all right, man, no, it was great to meet you, man. Have a good one. And then I fist bump and I leave.
And then they're like,
It's like a and then I go, subscribe to our Patreon, please.
Like
They
Yoshi.
spit on you like the snail.
Yeah, it's it's the quickest way to end the interaction.
"Oh, so that's what you're interested in? You're admitting it right now. You want to end these interactions quick."
Well, no, because like usually there's like an awkward lull if I don't end it, because they will never end it. So I
True.
need to be the ender. Otherwise, it's just like,
Well, you're kind
so
of
what you doing?
you're just
You got an
expediting the
ender,
entire
but you don't got
process.
an ender.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
right,
end it, bro.
right.
Well, the thing about it is I love when people come up to me. I've actually never had a really bad experience. But at rock climbing, it's the worst because, like, they'll come up to you, they'll say hi. And if they're at a climbing gym, chances are they're good because they've
Yeah,
probably
you're
been there
vulnerable.
regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're, like, talented and know more than me and are stronger than me. So I'll struggle on a problem. And then all of a sudden, they're like, Lud, like, do you need help with this one? Like,
Dude,
Did that happen?
So hype.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
That's so
yeah.
hype, dude.
Two people asked if he needed help.
saw you on the
You need some
wall
help?
struggling a bit. You need some help.
It was also really funny because both times he got asked that, it was a climb that he had just done. But
Yeah.
he was like sort of trying to help Atrioc do it, but the person came up to help him.
That's
I did the
so
climb
funny.
twice, and I was trying to help Atrioc. They're like, "You need help." I said no. Then I go to climb it, and I fucking fall and sprain my ankle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Get a grade 2 sprain.
Yeah, he had like a baseball in his foot. It,
It
was
looks
fucking
gross.
You know,
it's
my-
kind of
It was pretty gross.
My first
It's
actual
still swollen.
Yeah.
I don't know if you thought about this or anything, but my first actual achievement climbing was, so me and Ludwig were both trying to do this like specific climb that Ludwig did in like a couple tries. It took me like a bit more. And we both did it. And then this person came up like fully decked, like they climb.
Yeah.
And they've got chalk
Oh,
like
they fuck.
on their belt loop, and they got the shoes and the rolled up pants. They for sure climb, and they failed it, and they never finished it. And I was like, "Fucking go, dude! We fucking."
You're the
did
most
that one.
toxic
I
gym
was
guy.
in my head.
That
I
is
didn't say it out
toxic.
loud, but in my head, I was like, "Let's fucking."
Because that's
go,
how it
dude."
feels like when you go up to a wall and you fail it. You're thinking in your head like, "Ah, I look dumb," and then Nick's over there like, "Yeah, you look."
It's
fucking
like-
dumb.
it's
I
like-
just
Yeah,
did
dude.
that, bitch.
Yeah, that's what you want to think at the gym, that no one's laughing at you because you couldn't
Yeah.
fucking
I wasn't laughing. I
lift
just
the
felt
bar.
good.
You want to feel like everyone's supporting you, like, "Oh, he'll get there
It's
one
not
day."
like
But
Nick
it's
is
actually
standing in the
Nick
corner.
in the corner, be like, "That's right,
I just
pussy."
did that one. I've been climbing for 3 weeks.
Hey, rock much?
You have a chalk bag.
Oh man.
Yeah, you have a fucking chalk bag,
Oh,
you
man.
loser.
He's holding his little plastic chalk bag. He's like, "I didn't even buy one.
Yeah.
My friend
Oh,
gave me this.
These shoes are rented.
This
did
is
that-
fun dip.
I just did that in
man.
fucking jeans. My
Look at my
black
body.
jeans.
I'm ugly."
Hey, I'm brand new, but I can help you if you want.
I actually love asking people for help though. When I
it's
go
the
by
best. When you're
myself,
climbing, yeah.
I'll just ask rando people. I'll get them
Yeah.
involved.
You know what I hate about your guys' climbing thing right now? I hate that you've done it for like 2 weeks and you just like last night you played it.
Everything we've said is very funny when you contextualize
You
how long we've
Yeah,
done
it is. It's Ludwig. No, it's Ludwig. His pizza phase, but it's just like doing something else.
My pizza.
Bro,
It's exactly like
tell
its
them about
pizza
the
face.
oven.
It's exactly like its
Oh
pizza
my
face.
God.
Tell them about the oven.
Yeah, I went through a pizza phase. I was making fire zaws because I watched one Adam Ragusa video.
No, this is the
You
same
bought a
thing. This is the same thing. You've climbed for 2
Yeah,
weeks.
I know.
Last night you're just looping climbing YouTube videos on the TV on autoplay.
You're like, he's
And
so
you're like,
fucking sick,
"Oh,
bro.
dude,
He's so
that's,
sick."
Yeah, dude, me and
that's
Ludwig-
Adam Andra. That's Magnus. Dude. Like, God, you've gone to the gym like 4 times.
Dude, this
you've
is
gone to the
Ludwig's
gym like
looking
4
at the
times.
TV. He's like, "I just don't know why there's so much like dicks at H-Box, bro. Like, I don't get it." Like, that's what the equivalent of this is.
Dude,
Entry
man,
level,
fucking Magnus
Hey,
Uh,
but
Meth,
this one's here to stay. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so was the Zaz.
no,
That
this is different
50-pound
than the
pizza
Zaz.
stone that is sitting in the fucking cupboard.
This is different than the pizza stone and the $250 outdoor pizza oven that's sitting in the garage.
You're
no,
gonna buy-
I
you're gonna buy
stored
all
it.
the
It's in
equipment?
storage.
Is
You're
this
gonna buy
in
all
storage
the
now?
equipment.
If
and
you
quit.
want, fuck this. We will give away, we will raffle the pizza oven to 1 yard member. I will ship it my fucking
How
self.
expensive is it?
It's like 300, I think.
It's
Oh.
got to go to a good
No,
home.
No, we'll do the charity stream. I think it's a good idea.
The pizza oven?
No, the auction charity stream. Yeah,
It's such a worthless fucking
it's
thing.
literally
Worthless.
not.
It's
It
worthless.
heats up
Hey, you
to
ju-
800 degrees.
You just fucking sign it mogul marinara
How
or
many
whatever.
times have
You
you
put
used
some
it?
dumb shit on it, and it's valuable now.
Local marinara.
God, I hate
Put
you.
ink on my balls and dip it on the package.
Wait, can I really quick? So you know the person who made you like a custom vinyl box?
Yeah.
We all I don't know if any of us didn't realize this. It says mogul groves.
Yeah, I said
does
that
not
on
say
the stream.
grooves.
I said that on the
Oh
stream.
no, I didn't
Oh,
notice
is it a
that.
typo?
It said
It's a
mogul
typo.
groves,
That's
That's
alright.
funny.
and I was like, what?
That's
Sometimes
funny.
you get a typo.
They should make that.
It's just funny. They should make that.
That's funny.
It's funny
It's a
because
winery.
every aspect of it is so cool
It's all
and
about the
so
grape.
detailed, and then the biggest piece of text is a spelling error.
And I was like, oh, I feel so bad.
I mean, that's easy
Yeah,
to fix,
it's
right?
I'm fine. You know, it's funny because like the viewer sent you a book, and I talked about this earlier. It made me so mad. It was just like
that was crazy.
you wrote a novel and you made it weird, and it's also doesn't seem very good. And I got shit on. People were mad at me for being a jerk.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you know what? I have an English degree, and this is all I can do.
Okay, people always think that about you.
You're
Yeah,
you're
but
in
this-
the wrong.
this-
This is not new.
this one is the one where I was like,
You
no,
just went harder
I
than usual.
I paid for the privilege to say all this. And if they have an English degree like me, then they should be embarrassed.
I don't care because at the end of the day,
just tripping
No,
down.
everyone knows you don't care.
I mean, I don't care because 30% of people use my
Quadrupling
PO
down.
box as just like shilling for personal brands.
yeah, it's gross.
And we'll have some like arbitrary like, hey man, love the content. Anyway, I made a shirt company.
yeah,
And it's like totally unrelated. And it's like, all right, cool. I guess.
I think the audience is what changes it. I think if this was a DM with that person, hell yeah, rip them apart, brother. But because there's like
Yeah.
a bunch of
It's
people,
because
that's
it's
what
in-
changes
it's
it for me.
it's
in
more
front
like
of everybody.
I see if someone who wrote something and completed something is like it's an accomplishment, but you gotta.
Would you want 100 people to go from my stream to his Amazon and then review it 1 star and say, Slime told me this is bad, LOL? Because that's what you're.
No, you're right.
cultivating.
Yeah, that would never be something I wanted, and I guess should think about that. But I still think I should be able to say my goddamned real opinion.
You
I
can't.
will say,
literally
you know,
can't with
where-
20,000 people
Where
left,
you
or
were
10,000 people
allowed to critique, or where I thought was appropriate, is the margins in the spacing were insane.
Thank you,
They're like haikus.
thank you for that. There was about 7 words per page.
It was formatted like a
The-
fucking Robert Frost.
The spaces are
collection.
for thinking time.
you need to
every-
reflect on the words you just read.
Every line you think about immortal techniques,
Dance
dancing with
with
the
the
devil, and think about how fucked up that song
But-
is, but
but
how
so-
it's true.
I've never listened to this song.
You don't
And then
know
you
the
read the
meme
next
either.
line.
There's a meme with the girl with dreadlocks. It's a whole thing.
You ever heard that song?
No.
Dude, you want to hear the most?
Everyone who gets it is gonna love this.
Now I think I get it. Because of that specific.
By the way, someone sent Tim a DM that you
Oh, Tim. Okay. Yeah, real funny. Tim. What's his last name, dude?
64.
Sagandis.
64.
Yeah,
Anyway.
titties flopping out. So it was no, they sent him a DM, and it was someone who you opened their significant other's art, and then there was a letter, and you just kind of like looked at it and tossed it aside, and she was apparently really hurt by that. And Tim was like, he posted it in the mod chat in Discord, which you don't look at, which whatever.
Wait,
You're
was it
busy.
the one where it was a big letter on the back? There was letters to each of us individually.
I don't think so. It was like art that he kind of snuck open while Cutie was looking
a
at something
sneak
else,
opening.
and he snuck open it, tossed the letter, and then like looked at the art, and like nothing was said. And it was funny because the DM to Tim was like, "I know he doesn't owe me anything, but she's really upset," and it's like you cannot have it both ways. Like you can't say both of those things, right? Because you're asking for some sort of like punitive damages or, or like response, but you're also being like, I know he doesn't owe me anything.
I think
which
there's
is also
something
true.
noble when it's your girlfriend, though, where it's like, I'm wrong, but please just
Maybe
do
she
something.
was like,
Speaking
she's
up
like
for her,
crying, and he's
yeah.
like, yeah, I'll message him. Like, hey, look, fucking,
Yeah.
he's just doing his due diligence or
That's
something.
the type
Hey,
of message
hey.
if I was
Hey, right
in his
here,
spot.
Right here. Ready?
My bad.
That's it. That's all you're gonna get.
What do you
No, he's
want
never said
from
that to me.
out
He's
here?
never said that to me. That's actually huge.
That is
I
pretty
appreciate
big,
that.
I'm out here trying my
big.
best.
I won't slap
Oof,
your-
Please,
yeah,
I would have killed
But that's
me.
big, and
Hey,
thank you for
I'm a
saying
bigger
that.
man.
It's almost like he apologized to me.
It almost feels
yeah,
that way.
almost.
that's how
like that.
starved I am for validation.
Slime was looking for me today. He came down twice. One time he came down, it was just his penis pressed into the window. I'm like deep
His
working
dick?
on. I'm working on what I consider to be the greatest
Damn.
YouTube video I will upload, and he's
I
just
forgot all about
pressed
that.
dick up against it, and I'm like,
That's how quick it came to my mind. I was like, oh, I've never done this yet.
You're just smushing your dick like you're in the
yeah,
shower.
yeah, against
and then
the window.
And you look, you're like, what's up? And you look down, you're like, what's up? And I'm like, does this look funny?
I was deep working on my videos. I was in the zone, and I saw a big shaft, huge
Ooh,
shaft.
huge
yeah,
shaft?
You did.
And it was
I'm-
also like smushed in like a width way.
Yeah.
So it was like big and
I
It was like a
I was
stingray
I was
on a
shocked how
glass-bottom
skinny
boat.
It
it
was.
was like a big rectangle of
pressed,
pleasure.
but long.
It was, and
Call it the
Like an
rectangle.
eelworm.
It looks like when you throw a sticky hand at the wall.
Yeah, I'll give him
And
that.
then you shooed me away.
I did shoot you away. Well, okay, so I'll leak it. I'm working on what I think will be my coolest video. A lot of people ask me, like, hey, Ludwig, if you were a YouTuber and you started from scratch, would you make it?
Oh, yeah, this is a cool concept.
Which is a fair question. And so what I did is I wrote an entire script for a video. I hired a guy from Fiverr to voice over. It's like a video essay, and then I hired someone to edit it. And then I uploaded it on a brand new channel with 0 subscribers. And then I like, the goal is basically to see if I could get like 1,000 views on it. And I did. I did it in less than a day.
Wow.
Wait, how did it
what's
even
the
get
video?
viewed? You just like hit the algorithm enough?
No, it wasn't even. I mean, it's actually hitting the algorithm a bit now. But what I did, it's like a video essay on Mizkif. It's like a really good, I think, pretty well written one. It's basically like how a door made the streamer $1 million is the title, because I think most of his success comes from like his open door policy. And then it's like 3 minutes, and I just donated to him, and then he watched it like on a random account.
Okay.
I did like a $50 ad
So
spend.
there was some guerrilla marketing.
No, but
occurring
everyone has
here.
that access.
Yeah, but
if you're
everyone can
anonymous.
do this. Is
Sure,
what I'm
right,
saying.
right,
So
yeah,
it's like the same video I made a while ago of making money donating to streamers, where I donated like a merch link, and then I made like.
What was your handle that you used on Twitch? Was it XX Ludwig Ogren XX?
When I donated?
Yeah.
No, it was like online lore. It was the name of the YouTube
Oh, you
channel.
just made you're such a brand focused guy.
Uh-huh.
You made your fake like shadow brand all
Oh,
cohesive.
well, the Twitch account I made is called, it's like Turbo World Net or something, is what I made my Twitch account, because I had to
Wow.
make some random one.
So you J.K. Rowling'd the system.
Yeah, so I posted it. He watched the whole thing because it was like a good video. Everyone from his stream, because he had 50K people, just went to the video, liked it, commented on it, and then it hit like 900 views, and now it's in the algorithm, and I think it might hit like 10K views.
That's crazy. That's
Wow.
almost like me. That's like my level of success and the way I make videos.
Yeah.
And like the way that I like succeed at.
I'm so proud of it,
game.
though, because anytime
Proud of
anyone's
mine,
like,
too.
is it luck? Like, could you still do it? I'll be like, yeah, I did it. Here's the video. And I would do it again, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying for mine, and it was just like it was like magic.
Even though it's like a small amount of success, like low numbers, low views.
me and my
oh,
friend
thousands of views are low to you.
back in the old Call of Duty days, me and my friend did a very similar thing where I don't remember like how this was like started or whatever, but someone like bet us that we couldn't get a phase member on our friends list if we were anonymous, like if we were like a random person.
I see.
Basically the same setup. So both of us made brand new Xbox accounts with 0 friends.
Hey, I got weed.
And
Like,
we
what
had
the
and we,
fuck?
and
It's that easy.
we basically had to set out playing search and destroy lobbies until we could like make other friends and eventually lead up to having a phase member on our friends
Holy
list.
shit.
Do your
And-
speed running phase.
and both of us
This
did it
is
in
so
3 weeks.
sick.
It's like
3
doing,
weeks.
Yeah.
It's like trading up
That's
a
pretty
paperclip
good.
to $1 million, but
Yeah.
trading up my shitty friend for phase bank.
It was very sick.
That's actually really creative.
That
Yeah.
is.
So what was the result? Did you tell him after?
Yeah, after we just revealed to a couple of our
You
friends.
know
'Cause
how to
we
convince-
befriended a couple of our actual friends by
Mm.
chance.
Did you have like voice changer?
We just didn't talk. We
If
never
this
talked.
happened in current day, you would be meeting up with them at a McDonald's as a woman, as
yeah.
a fake account,
Yeah, it
and
was-
catfish your boy and clown the shit out of him.
I've noticed that to make Nick do anything, you just have to say, "There's no way you could do this."
Yeah, it does get my
Like
goat.
he stopped drinking soda because someone was like, "You can't do that."
Yeah.
And
That
he
was-
just
that was
does it.
fast
Or
food.
fast food.
That's
My bad.
fast
So it was my friend's older brother
Dude,
who said,
you could
"You know
never
you won't
give me
grow."
top.
He was like, "You know you'll never grow taller than you are if you drink more soda." And I said, "What?" And I just stopped drinking it.
And now look,
You'll-
now look.
I
at
was
it.
5'6"
There you go.
at the time.
Hey,
Also,
science speaks for itself.
I also like hadn't really hit puberty, so
That's also a
That
Whitest
helped.
Kid sketch. Have you seen that one?
What?
It's called Reverse Psychology.
Oh,
And it comes up, he's like, God, fucking Sam just learned about reverse psychology.
yeah.
yeah.
He's like, and it comes up, he's like, oh, guys, it'd be so lame if you all sucked my dick.
Dude,
it just keeps
Did
going.
you see me and Cutie's bit on her stream? I was talking about
The Bjergsen?
that
That one I got DMs on.
the beer.
What happened?
Aiden on stream was like, "You ever jerk your shit to Bjergsen?" and he goes,
Worded it different.
"You ever jerk your shit to Bjergsen?"
Wait, did you say that to Cutie?
to Cutie?
I said,
Cutie's like, Aiden,
I
you
said,
cannot ask.
I said, have you ever cranked one out to beer?
Oh yeah, that's much cleaner and less crass. My
and
bad.
it's fucked up because she didn't
You ever
immediately
churned
say
the
Because
no.
butter?
she 100% has.
She didn't say no.
She's
right
on
away.
TSM. We can say it. They're not coworkers anymore.
that's really fucking.
Yeah,
funny.
he's just saying that, and then everyone sent me that clip, and it's just like they're like, "Bro, bad luck." I'm like, "She can crank her shit to
Yeah, what is
Bjergsen."
fucking bad look? Fuck you, you goddamn idiot nobodies.
We were talking.
Bad look.
We were making a bit about you have another Slim Jim sponsored stream with your roommates, but it's which roommate gives the best top.
Yeah.
And it's like, can any of us
Boys,
Can any of us?
who's gonna suck me to completion the best?
Boys, to death.
I asked all my roommates to give me sloppy toppy. Whoever makes me come fastest wins 5K.
I'm not gonna lie. I can come pretty fast.
Slime's like, this is bullshit. You didn't explain the rules. Like I literally.
I have
you
a
didn't-
finger in his ass.
You didn't say no hands or no finger
I
in the
didn't
ass,
know I
and
didn't
I'm,
have hands.
of course Aiden's gonna win because he's gonna
And
do
then,
that.
and then Ludwig has my finger in his ass. He's like, yeah, I should have said something, but you were doing great.
And then Cutie in typical fashion just wins.
Yeah, right?
But it's narrow.
Yeah.
And she's
Nick,
pissed about
Nick
it.
was close. It was a
gonna
horse
say,
race.
But Nick was a close
Nick
second.
made me work for it.
My road dog. Ow,
Cum is dripping from his fucking face.
My day one.
ow. Oh, anything for you,
I'm
baby.
like, I get there.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah,
my
how would
God.
that work? You would have to like there's a remission period, right?
Yeah.
So I think you
Yeah.
would draw for like first seed.
You'd have to
Well, no, this has
you'd have
always
to
been my
refresh
thing.
each day.
My thing is that I can come fast, but I recycle quick because I could respawn the earth like so fast.
Oh right, yeah.
Because like
your bit.
Hassan
Hassan-
sets a timer to come 15
Right.
minutes. My thing is that I come in 5 seconds, then I recharge in 15 minutes. So I'm busting 2 when he's
15
doing
minutes?
1.
Yeah, you have low cooldown.
I'm low cooldown. He's high cooldown.
Yours is a Q, his is an R.
He's got bigger AoE though.
His is a game breaker bar.
yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm imagining like a Sims human naked, and it's like previewing their range as like a league attack.
yeah, it's like a cone like in Metal Gear, where it's like this is like where you will come and impregnate at a 60% rate.
Yeah. That's my goal.
And then Colonel, I got pregnant from Ludwig.
By the way, thank you so much to Coinbase for sponsoring this week's episode. You guys can use coinbase.com/the yard to get $10 in Bitcoin. They also have a lot of guides online that you can use to learn about cryptocurrencies and also make money. You make money by learning. That's Coinbase's whole MO. So go check them out, coinbase.com/the yard. Aiden, proud lover of Coinbase and user.
Coinbase is great.
Love that. Love that. Nick,
I'm on there now.
let's
I'm
go.
on Coinbase now. I've
You've
been
been
fucking
on.
killing it. Yeah,
Yeah, I burned my social security card, so I am not on it.
What?
because you're off the grid too.
Right.
He's off the grid.
You know what else we need to burn? That effigy of you.
Oh yeah, we do need to burn
We
that,
need to burn
that
it.
voodoo doll.
I want to burn the
Oh.
voodoo doll
Yeah.
to see
Dude.
if it.
No,
to
you know
see
what I wanna
what
do?
We got a
happens.
voodoo doll during the PO unboxing, and then we were watching a movie, me and Cutie, and the voodoo doll was there, like Sleepy Hollow. Like 10 minutes in, she's like, "I'm gonna put it down."
yeah.
I want to. So, our friends in Australia introduced this tradition to us called firefighting, where
It's so
where
sick.
you just light a fire and then you fight it with your fists. Like you start punching the
Uh-huh.
logs and punching the fire. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put a video in this.
Dude, the
but-
video of Miles doing it is so funny because he just like he steps up to the plate. He's got his golf hat on. They're all like sitting around the fire, and he finally rips it a few times, and he's like, "What a rush!"
Yeah, and then later on he posted a picture and his knuckles were fucking scarred and
Yeah.
burnt.
I want to put the doll in the fire and then firefight it.
Fire punch the
That'd
doll.
be hype.
Yeah.
Hey, do that. Put that at the intro of this video.
I'll firefight. I'll do it tonight.
Fight
We
that
should.
doll. I hope I don't get hurt from this though.
Well,
It
that,
hurts.
It is an
I've
activity
done
where
it.
you could hurt
I have a video
yourself.
of me doing
No,
it.
I mean because
he
the
means
doll
like
is
his
me.
soul.
Oh, I see what you're
Like
saying.
his
I hope I don't, like,
existential,
you
his
know-
eternal.
Dude,
like,
I would
some-
hate if you guys like started kissing the doll and like smooching it like all over. That would suck.
If I blow the doll and you come, like, do we keep it?
Yeah, 100%. That would be a sick video. And I'd like try to prove it to people on stream without getting banned.
Right.
That I can get top from slime without
It's
getting
sort
top
of
from
like
slime.
one of those like electronic vibrators where you control it with your phone. Only it's us outside the stream room, just like
Guys, come on! I come again.
I totally pranked my roommate by making a voodoo doll and sucking it off.
Now so all the Ludwig fan fiction writers, you can get going with something this week.
There's
No,
a
kids don't
plethora
write
too.
fan fiction anymore.
No.
They don't. They make fan.
oh well,
Fan cams?
well there you go.
No,
Now here you go. Now they're gonna write some.
No, what do you call
Oh,
it?
fan cam?
It's the
Fan cam.
fucking. It's like Reddit for like Zoomers.
Make fan cams.
That's right.
Amino.
What?
Oh, I know what
What
you're
does
talking
Amino?
about.
You
Yeah.
guys would be. It's
Amino.
weird. So I used to do. I used to edit for Kellen, who runs Fall Swipe Gaming. I like edit his Pokemon videos
Yeah.
for bread, and sometimes he would do Amino sponsorships. And I remember, like, I had to learn about it to write one of the ad reads for him.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so I'll check this site out. And it's like this weird, like, half Reddit for like young teenagers. and
Yeah.
it's like really really strange, and I don't know if it exists now, but I was surprised at how many people were on it.
Wait, what's the
Yeah.
goal of the program?
Social media. It's just
it's
like
it's just
supposed
like
to be
Reddit.
like a hobby or like group focused social media.
Yeah.
So like you might
Damn,
go
that's
to
it's
Reddit.
only on phones.
you
too.
might go to like the Smash
Oh,
like
what the-
page or forum on Amino, and it's for you to like.
You
We're
guys
getting
remember?
so
Mike
many
Hayes
ad
also
dollars from
sponsored
this.
by this.
We just gave it more publicity than any
But
of
that's
those
the thing.
things.
I don't know if it's dead, and I also know like if you're on it, it must fucking suck, right?
You guys
Like-
remember that app Where You At?
No.
It
No.
was an app that a Smasher developed to
Oh,
find friendlies.
Yeah, it popped off like the first 2 weeks.
It popped off, but then like I downloaded it too at the time, and then it was just like terrible. Like it was terrible to use. 'Cause,
It
like,
also didn't
not
work very
not
well,
at any fault of the developer. It was just like, oh, cool. There's someone 30 miles away who plays Luigi, and
Yeah.
that's all I
And
got.
they're sending me a dick pic. It's like,
You know what? That's like it's like what YikYak was, but just for Smash. Like you don't fucking trust people around you.
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
YikYak wasn't for meeting up with
It
singles in
kinda
your area.
was.
No,
that was a huge
YikYak.
part of
It
it.
was used that way.
YikYak was for anonymously, mercilessly
Bullying.
bullying
Uh-huh.
kids in high
Your-
school.
your
It was,
peers.
but it was
Dude.
used
And
to
college.
bully, and it was also used to like maybe get top from probably another dude.
I think
next
I'm
door.
painting. I think I'm painting a really unfair picture with only these droplets of information. But my friend from the other episode who gloved in high school,
Uh-huh.
and we went to the same college
Yeah.
or community college first, and he one time was I think he was like skateboarding around school with an R2D2 backpack on, like the backpack was R2D2, and someone yik-yacked about him, calling him like a huge pussy.
Yeah.
Like that
Aw.
guy with the R2D2 backpack, huge pussy.
That's kind of hype though, because like you don't know who it is, so you're like, I guess you're still the R2D2 guy. Do you think? Hey, okay, viewers, sound off in the comments below, and listeners, sound off in the comments where you can write
Just
them.
out loud in your car right now.
Sound off in your
Make some
reviews.
noise on the way to work, Jake.
Feel free to look down at your phone if you're at the wheel right now.
if you have gotten YikYak
See how
pussy,
long you can close your eyes before opening them in the car.
A fun game. Ask Siri to read your directions out loud and close your eyes.
that's right. That's right.
Try to gauge it by feel.
If you have gotten YikYak pussy, please let us know.
Oh,
Because-
I would have loved to know.
Yeah, because the conversion on that is like insane.
Imagine meeting people and they're like, "Yeah, we met on YikYak."
Yeah, he roasted some guy wearing a fucking Star Wars backpack, and I just
knew
topped
he
the
was
shit
the
out of it.
one.
Nothing was more unfunny than small town high school YikYak. I cannot. Like even thinking about it now, that was some of the least funny type
Yeah.
of attempts at being funny I've ever read in my entire life.
I will say, actually, I think one of my friends in college got YikYak sex.
No.
Yeah, because I think it was just like
You got
something
yik-yacked.
innocuous,
Yeah,
like
yuck.
like third floor guy with the like whatever hair is cute.
Okay.
And
yeah,
then,
yeah.
And then he was like, "Which guy?" And then she's like, "I'm on the second floor," and they're connected.
What's up? What's going on?
I don't know what's going on.
I mean,
Tell us what's going on.
I was like, she was. This phrase "she was yakking" came to mind, and I realized like, oh, that's just vomit play.
Yeah,
like
that's just vomit.
That's just her. That's just her puking on you.
Maybe she yaks so good on your yuck.
That hold on. What you just said gave Ludwig a little light bulb over his head, and I gotta know why.
Okay. Well, no, it's
Yeah.
it's less.
He went, ooh, I gotta
Yakking on
say something
pee-pee.
now.
Cutie, come.
No, this is actually it's related to YikYak in a way. But did you guys ever have an anonymous posting on your high school? Like,
Yes.
Like anonymous compliments for your high school?
I was
The
I'm
confessions
40
page,
years
right?
old, so we
Confessions
had a
page.
confessions page for my college.
Right.
I roasted some kid on there, bro.
Didn't
So-
you?
This came up because I just remembered. I don't think I've ever talked about this on stream, but I used to run the one for my high school.
No, you
You
fucking
100%
loser.
have
Yes.
talked about
You
this.
fucking
I
loser.
ran the
You're a freak.
confessions page for my high school, and I'll tell you why.
Did you have like an ego about it? Because ours would make posts being like, "Hey guys, admin here," and like, dude, it was so fucking
No,
cringe.
the reason I did it was
Like
maybe to
Gossip
get.
Girl.
I did it to get pussy.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll tell you why.
No, he's right.
I used the.
Because I was in drama and it was really hard otherwise.
Yes. Well, because I had gotten a date with this girl who was a grade above, who was really cute. Her name's Olivia. Through Ask FM. Because like on Ask
Crazy.
FM,
Wow.
on Ask FM, I just asked her.
That one is for fucking.
I
by the
took
way.
a shot. I said, "Who's the
Ask
funniest guy
FM
you know?"
pussy.
I'm trying to get
YikYak
all right, so it goes Ask FM pussy, then it's form spring pussy.
Oh, dude.
Then it's YikYak pussy.
It was actually form spring.
Where you at, pussy?
Form spring pussy will.
Where you at?
Where you at, pussy? Is actually the holy grail.
and then it's Yelp pussy.
And then it's Craigslist.
There's like
Craigslist.
there's
dick.
like Quora down there. Like, fucking-
Signal pussy goes hard.
Goodreads pussy off the chain.
What about Chegg pussy?
Brought to you by
Chegg pussy. Yeah, I rented that pussy for the
Coinbase
whole
pussy.
semester, bro.
God.
Who owns this pussy for the semester? That's right, it's me.
Commenting LMAO the whole keys on this website. What's your ASL?
The yard subreddit pussy.
That will be the end game.
That dude.
That's where we turn it down.
When that happens, I'm done with the pod.
Hey, we'll all be at the wedding though.
Yeah,
We will contractually have to show up.
Your
to the
wedding and funeral will be there.
I won't be at your funeral because I'll be looking for the guy who killed you.
So anyway, I got a date with this girl from Form Spring, which is just Ask FM, by asking who's the funniest person you know, and we rode the bus together. And I asked her it anonymously.
Was this in high school or college?
This is in high school.
Okay.
And she wrote Ludwig, and I was like, and so then I brought it up. I was hoping she'd say that because I was making her lose it, dropping little W's. One man stream over there.
It is pretty good strat.
Yeah.
He's doing his Dane Cook impression. She's just never heard of him.
She sneezed. And she's like, oh my god.
Ludwig, how
He's
would
like,
I?
how'd you work at Burger King? You're 15. I'm like, don't forget about it.
Oh, you mean the BK Lounge?
So anyway, I'm not an atheist.
How do I get girls to like me? Oh, just farm lil W's.
Actually. But anyway, I made the
Kinda true.
confessions page because like we had stopped talking, and I was like, all right, that worked. Let's do that again. I wanted to know because I think the scariest
This
thing.
is why you can't communicate, by the way. Why are you always setting up these roundabout anonymous ways to connect with people?
Well, no, because I wanted to know who thought I was cute, and if I'm the one who runs the site, then they like that's the website people use in other schools to say like, I think this is cute, I like this person. So I would just know this information without having to find out this information or take a risk.
I see.
And so that was
they
the goal behind
trusted
it.
me, dumb fucks.
Yeah, those pussies.
You get that one.
So I ran the
The Mark
page.
Zuckerberg quote when he
Wait.
started Facebook.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he
social
did
network.
say that.
Sorry,
I
I'm
thought
little-
I thought you were just saying that.
I
So
like how you
anyway,
played along.
So
there.
I ran the high school confessions page. I never told anyone. I think even like now, no one knows. For my high school, at least. If you're watching, hey, that was me.
Hey, what's up, Jake? You still are a pussy.
Oh, Jake's
Why?
Jake's
great.
fine.
Hey,
No, I'm just kidding. You're great.
woo! Don't make the face.
Don't do that
He's
face
an audio
after.
listener. Good face. Wow, really
Wow,
agreeable.
Yeah, you really, yeah.
I mean, nice face.
And yeah, I ran it, and I got zero pussy from it. And in fact, the only thing is a couple girls called me cute, and then someone said, "Is Ludwig gay?" And that was almost the entirety of it. And then I stopped running it after a year because I was like, "This is a waste of time and boring."
Dude, one time, speaking of Facebook gay time, one time.
That's what I was talking about.
It was
Do tell.
time. It was gay time in the bathroom. That's actually one of my favorite quotes from Workaholics, episode 1.
Yeah.
When Jillian's like, you can't go in there because it's gay time. Anyway,
That's so
I was in college, and this guy who he was in my English program, so we had a lot of classes together. It was a pretty small program, so once you like get towards the end of it, you're with the same people a lot. And he was like from some European country, I forget. Bald, by the way, bald, huge beard.
Probably check.
I don't think so. I think he was like Swedish or something. But he, this changed the way I look at shit. No meme on God. Basically, he hit me up on Facebook because that's how what we use to socialize all the time in college. And he hits me up and he's asked me about like an assignment. Right, we're reading some fucking Hemingway book, and he's like, "Hey, whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then he kind of hits me up the next day, and he's like, "Hey, asking me, talk to me about class, like just that class, whatever." He's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh, I made a new friend." Okay. The next day, he hits me up and he asks me, he's like, "Would you like to go out on a date sometime?" And I'm like, "Oh, bro, totally sorry. I'm not gay, but yeah, I'm flattered. I appreciate it, but sorry." And the dude was a total dick to me afterwards.
Oh.
He stopped messaging me for one. He didn't fucking look at me in class. He was like I remember I like said something and he like chortled at me in a group discussion, like I got something wrong in like a literary reading or something. He became a fucking prick because I rejected him. And I'm like, girls deal with this every day.
Yeah.
Every single day of their life.
Rejection hurts, man, and then they turn into demons.
The same but like opposite thing happened to me where like I had this friend and she was gay. And we spent like a lot of time together, especially in college, and she got broken up with, was super sad about it, and I was like, oh, let's like at the time I'm single, and I was like, let's go out on like a date. And it was like, she's gay, so I'm like, let's go to the movie and like hang out and like, forget about your relationship. And then she clarified, I want it to be a real date. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, I know it's confusing, but like I'm gay, but like I just not for you. And I was like, I'm sorry, this was kind of impending on you being gay.
Did she just break up with the girl?
Yes. And I was like, this is kind of, the whole thing kind of impends on you. I don't want to go on a real date.
Right.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm sorry. This is weird. And then she never spoke to me again. And we were like close friends.
As someone who is
that would, because she's just double hurt and rejected.
And I was always confused by that. I didn't really know how to feel.
What's confusing? You rejected her after I get it.
Because the clarification that I was like the straight exception. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I think
and then not talking to me after.
Getting rejected definitely sucks, but it's like a part of me expected that guy to be like not mean to me about it.
Yeah, 100%.
and I kept thinking about this. I'm like, dude, girls do this every single like
Yeah.
week.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what,
like,
I think was
damn.
like a huge reality check for me. Not that I didn't realize like it was a problem. But I was in Castro at like a gay bar in San Francisco a couple years ago, and I just got like felt up. Like and I didn't want to be. I didn't like ask for that or anything, and I was like, holy shit, this is just women. This is women every day of their lives.
Yeah.
Like, and that happened like one of the 3 occasions I've been to a gay bar. So imagine just doing that, but every time you go to a bar forever.
Yeah, for the rest of you, because you could go to like a straight bar.
Yeah.
And like that would be less likely to happen or at all.
Yeah, to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think there was like that idea of like security until then, and I was like, oh shit, like there's people just like deal with this all the time.
Yeah.
And even though it's like, I think it's one of those things where you have an understanding of this problem existing, but then like some instance of it happens like directly to you somehow, and you just have like this very like direct connection to that problem.
It's way easier to sympathize and empathize if you can like.
Yeah,
Actually
yeah.
feel it.
I was like, oh
So
shit.
young yardigans, if you're getting rejected out there in the field, fucking be cool about it.
Dude,
Don't be fucking weird.
Getting good at being rejected is one of the most important things I've done.
It also secretly makes your success rate higher.
Yeah.
Because you take the rejection with like so much stride, and you stay friends with that person, and eventually they're like, that was kind of sick. And then sometimes
That's
they
the
eventually
worst
become
thing
into
to
you.
say
No,
to
that's
someone.
bad.
I'm just saying, it
No,
happens.
no,
It
shut the
literally
fuck up.
happens.
Don't say that. Don't
It
say that.
literally
Don't
happens
say that.
all the
Don't
time.
say
Hey,
that.
anyway,
That's so bad.
Make sure to hit up your ex. It's never too late. It could still
Remember,
work.
be
It could
their
still work.
friend and hedge your bets until they finally realize.
Do not be deceptive.
They will
But what I will
eventually
say,
have to love you.
What I will say is, if you're in the Patreon, we have an advice show. Stop fucking asking for advice on what you do when your friend doesn't like you, but you like them.
Oh, is that hot? Is that a
Oh my
popular
god,
one?
we get asked it every fucking week.
Bro, you
Really?
just stop
Yes.
hanging out with you.
Dude,
And we've already-
hit up the subreddit and
And
fuck
the
already.
problem is-
80% of all questions are, hey, I'm going to college and I don't know what to do with my life. And then the other question is, I hang out with girl, but girl maybe likes me. What do I do about it?
This is why the advice was flawed from the start, because it's the same problems that circulate
Yeah.
every.
No,
But
every episode's different.
'cause
But we just ignore these.
We just filter those
The
questions
thing
out
is,
and we pick other
That's
good
what I've
ones.
realized life is. It's like everyone already figured out the answers that every person has to solve. And like school and like early experiences is trying to teach you all that stuff so you don't have to like learn it all again. But you still end up having to learn half of it anyway yourself.
It's hard to learn without it happening.
Yeah.
Alright,
My
the
issue is
man.
so many of these questions are like, the answer is, it could not be clearer. It's like, hey, I have a friend I'm into. I told them this, and they did not reciprocate, but I still like them. What is that? What do I do? And it's like, you live with it. What do you mean?
Yeah.
about it?
And what's crazy, it's like they're only asking the question for like the off chance that we go, damn, she's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, you gotta
You know
go
what?
for that.
It
you,
fucking
you
sucks
don't,
what's happening
Don't
to you,
stop
bro.
bothering that girl until she caves. Like, what do you think?
You're a catch
Also,
king.
I've told you guys this before. I've talked to Anthony specifically about this
Yeah.
before. I
Oh.
think it's a bad thing to use names for. But in my high
Yeah.
school, I had a really close friend of mine, and she in our junior year of high school started complaining about how this guy would not stop bugging her to like go out or like date, and he would message her all the time, and he would try to like get her to like come out with him, and he was just like really, really persistent. She would complain about it all the time. She would be like, this is super annoying, I don't want to do this. And then like a year later, as I'm starting college, they got together. Now they're getting married. And
Whoa.
every time they post an update, like when they got engaged, when they got married, and they're
Eamon
probably
does
gonna
this
have like,
face.
they're probably gonna have a kid. All I can think about is like I listened to you talk about how he was overly persistent and annoying and how you didn't like him all the time.
Hey, but Kings never stop grinding.
And then
Dude,
he
this is so toxic.
Hey, if Kings don't stop grinding,
No.
eventually
Stop.
women gotta settle.
For the audio
So-
listeners, I'm smoking
so what
weed.
is the
No.
moral of the story?
The moral of the
Never
story:
give in.
No, this is so bad.
always be an option because eventually they'll settle.
No, treat women like human beings, like you're equals, and be actually
What
their
is that?
friends.
There's that bit, the bit where you just have to wait until their age matches their expectations match your looks or something. Have you ever heard
No,
In conclusion, Fauci lied.
you did say that today.
Fauci lied. He killed those beagles and never stopped texting her.
Oh, dude.
If the main conclusion
Is this how we topple Ben Shapiro?
this is how we topple Ben Shapiro.
There's four of us.
I told Aiden the other day, bro. I was like, man, no one right wing's funny. I should just be right wing because no one's funny there.
Oh yeah, you clean up.
I clean house. They're so unfunny.
They're so they just don't understand how to be funny.
Have you ever seen Steven Crowder try to make a joke? I'm gonna have like an
Like in
aneurysm
Yeah.
when I
between
watch
eating
it.
cheeseburgers.
Yeah. Every time I see a clip of him, he's in like a fucking weird like tactical vest on his show too.
He's got a gun on him.
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot your
I'm
producer?
like, bro, you're in your fucking studio, man. Like,
They become cartoons too quick. They get one funny guy on the right, it's over, man.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second they start making me laugh, we're fucked.
somebody at Fox is gonna watch this and they're like, Tucker's out, Ludwig's in. Like,
Fox News
Okay,
the yard.
how much would you take to be Tucker Carlson for a year? You have to do Ludwig tonight on Fox News. How much money would you?
Does it have to be like their agenda or can it be my own?
It has to be their agenda.
Their agenda.
You have to talk about.
There's no amount of
The
money.
Beagles.
you have to
There's no amount of money.
spout white supremacist dog whistles
I
every
mean,
month.
to be clear, I'm planning on doing that
How
on my own
much could
channel.
you be paid? Radstats, start editing.
Look, it's happening on my own channel anyway, all right? I'll just take the bread I'm currently making.
Yeah,
I will say
and that's a mogul move.
that you asked me right there. You said how much money, and obviously at this point, like I'm happy.
Yeah, I guess I can't ask you that anymore.
But I also recognized the other day that I can't do that with Nick anymore because I hit Nick with "Would you for X amount of money" thing, and actually offered the money for the first time. He was like, "No." And it's because we're making too much money.
No.
Unsubscribe from the Patreon.
A
This is-
big
okay.
fear I have is Nick
This is off
one day
base.
not wanting to do things because he doesn't have to.
Yeah,
And that's
Nick
scary
is
to
making
me.
too much money,
Because-
and I want it to make
Can
less.
I say what the thing was?
I'm
He's
gonna
a
say
pampered
I'll say-
bastard.
I'll say-
So
I feel like
much.
the thing doesn't
The
matter.
thing
I
was-
feel like
Doesn't matter.
I feel like you've
No, shut
I
up.
feel like you've changed and
You've
I don't
changed.
need
We're
context.
playing
Thank
this,
you.
We're playing this fucking board game.
It's actually fun as
Where-
fuck.
where,
it's called herd mentality, and
herd
basically you have to
mentality.
say, like, in this specific question, the average amount of sodas a human could drink. Coke
you
specifically.
guys play
could drink in a day.
Should
And
I
so
play
then
this, by
everyone
the
goes
way?
around and writes not what they think is the answer, what they think other people will think is the
For
answer.
the
play
average
tested
amount.
this
So it's
for
like
me.
a baby family feud.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying. Yes, exactly.
All right, we asked
But it's,
100
the
Americans.
but it's like the other contestants instead of like survey.
yeah.
Right.
And we're playing, and I wrote. So me and another person at the table both wrote 30
Mhm.
for if
Except for two, I think.
the average person could drink in a day if they try to drink as much as they could.
Yeah.
Was Ludwig wrote 3.
I wrote 3.
So we were very off base, and I was saying like, dude, like if you had to drink as much Coke as like cans, and you couldn't in a day, like you could get 30 in. Like yeah, I think I could probably
a
do
30
more.
rack. A 30 rack.
And
of
he's like,
Pepsi.
I can do
And
30.
I'm like, dude, it's like one at the beginning and end of an hour. Like, yeah, I could fucking do that.
Dude,
and then Ludwig said 5K. I'll give it to you if
5 bends,
if
bro.
you
5
drink
bands,
if you
bro.
drink 30 Cokes in a day. And I said I don't want to do it because I'm too afraid of fucking throwing up.
He backed out.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He painted this
That
wrong.
makes sense.
Yeah, I don't
backed
think he
out.
do.
That makes
No,
sense.
here's the thing.
He
He's
didn't back
always
out.
been a bet hedger. He can always say no, and that's always been the case.
I'm just saying
He wouldn't have done that 3
he-
years ago.
He couldn't drink 30 Cokes.
I
He couldn't
Couldn't
He
do that.
doesn't
that.
want to. This isn't going to work
And
on him.
I know it's not going to work because I already tried it for 5K.
Nothing's changed though, because we also had this bet when we didn't have a Patreon, like how much money to never play Melee again ever for the rest of your life, and I said no money, and you guys all roasted me.
Yardigans
No,
at home.
but my
Get a
my
30
amount
rack of
was really high.
Coca-Cola and
Yeah,
drink
your amount
it.
was $2 million.
no, my amount was 10 million.
10 million.
Somewhere the fucking million.
10
But
million.
I said no money.
You
guys
get
all
me to
roasted
8 digits?
But I've been this way.
I let the sticks go. 8 digits.
8 digits. You just don't touch the ninja
8
anymore.
digits.
I want you to
And
drink
I-
30
Sticks.
Cokes so bad. I want to make a YouTube video of him drinking 30 Coca-Cola.
That's kind of hype.
I made my
Can-
roommate.
can
I can't
I do
tell
it?
if he actually doesn't realize that the situation is not the same.
I don't want to do it.
You won't do
either.
it. That's exactly.
Why don't you want me
You
to?
did what I just did.
'Cause he didn't- he
When
didn't-
the original.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll do it. I don't want to do it.
He didn't ask you. He didn't ask you the dollar amount that you would do it for. He just said a dollar amount.
Yeah.
Is there a dollar
Which
amount?
That I would do it for?
30
Yeah,
cokes.
100%. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so there's a dollar amount.
Yeah, I would go 30 cokes.
There's a dollar amount I would risk
80K.
throwing up.
Would
yeah.
you do it for 5?
5K?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Ooh, because that cashmere.
Dude,
How
I'd
much
be
would you do it
I'd be
for?
so sick.
Drop a number.
15K.
15K?
15?
He shits out 15K.
I'll do 15K.
You'll do 15K?
Yeah.
Doing
as-
30 cokes in a
If
day?
I'm allowed to film all of it and upload it on YouTube, I will do a 15K.
If I'm allowed to look up what will happen to me if I do it.
All right.
And it's
You need
not
to give him a
dangerous.
deadline to decide. He can't sit on this for a week.
You
Dude,
have to
you're gonna
decide
get
by
s-
the next yard
You will
episode.
be
Deal.
so
Deal.
sick.
All right.
I like that. Hey, shake on
I'm
it.
going to be the Supersize
And
Me
you're not
guy.
allowed. I won't go above 15, but you have a
You
week
say
to
yes
decide.
to
And
this?
you pay for my personal training.
I wouldn't.
It's 15K
I
pays for that.
don't know. I don't know if I would.
Dude, coke
What?
Wait,
is,
no, the handshake is for me to decide by the next
Yes.
episode.
Yeah.
You have to
coke
decide
is
by in a
just
week.
so
for
bad.
15K.
Yeah, it's super gross.
It is so bad.
That is terrible for you.
It's like 3,000 calories plus. It's
Dude.
like literally over a gallon of liquid.
I think it's like a Home Depot bucket of sugar, maybe more.
Dude, this would be hard if it was 30 bottles of water.
It'd
if
be
it
so
was
sick
30
if you did
cans
this,
of water.
because then we could get so many visuals. Like, here's the amount of sugar this is.
What
Here's the calories
What
in
if
McDonald's
Nick
burgers.
dies?
He won't die from
And then
this.
we put atrioc in his place.
Ooh.
You know what I
Right?
was gonna say?
Fucking-
You know what I was gonna say
Right?
Fucking
earlier?
L
He's been
nerd.
falling
when
off.
when we were riffing on
Yeah.
atrioc a little bit, I was like, I like when he's here for this long because I kind of imagine like, oh, what if Brandon and Ari were roommates? I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
I like that world.
You think you've dreamed that reality, and it's
Yeah.
Well,
nice.
you know my dream
It's
world
nice.
is fucking. I have a cul-de-sac and
Yeah,
all the boys have their own
You
house
just want
in
to
the
copy
cul-de-sac.
Mr. Bean.
or Ed,
Yes,
and
sir.
Eddie. It's also that.
Yeah, I want to copy. Actually, I love Ed and Eddie.
and we're all obsessed with jawbreakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our
Pussy.
friend likes a plank of wood a lot. Yeah, I'd be you.
Yeah, I would love to be Eddie from Ed, and Eddie.
Wow.
Chasing that bag, living on a cul-de-sac with the homies.
Yeah, I guess I am Ed, aren't I?
And we get a road called Mogul Moves Way.
And all of our girlfriends are in their group chats right now saying, "Jesus Christ, do you hear what they're saying?" And
You got your own house to go back to?
Come on, if you had your own house, I feel like it's
think that's
NBD.
fine. You don't have to hang out.
I'm Jin from The Office.
Okay, dude.
Tuba sound. Just hamming it up a
I'm
little bit.
Jin.
You know, okay, so that sweater reminds me of what sweater is this? Normal ass sweater, whatever.
Normal
Reminds me of
Okay.
a Neapolitan shake from In-N-Out.
So Ludwig, you might remember
Looks
this in the old house. He had a Pokimane sweater that he bought,
Yeah.
and it said Poki on it.
Uh-huh.
And you were wearing
like
it
this,
one
yeah.
day, and it looked like that. And I remember I said to you, I was like, "Where's that from?" He was like, "You're like, oh, it's Pokimane merch." And then I made fun of you for it, and then you never wore it again. Is it because I made fun of you?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna say I would have felt
You
bad.
give yourself a lot of
Why'd you
credit.
make fun of him?
You
Because
know,
it said Poki on it.
do you know why I stopped wearing
it
it?
was stupid.
Mango made fun of me for it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I wore it to a Smash Summit because I was like, this is funny. I'm wearing a Pokimane sweatshirt to the summit.
Oh, it was ironic.
and I was
huh?
wearing it, and then I was sitting at a table with Mango, and he's like, "You like Poki, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's a cool sweater." He's like,
That's him making fun of you?
and I was like,
The
"Nothing
indifference
is
hurts more.
hard.
cool. No.
Wow.
You're too late.
That's what it took, huh?
Yeah.
Mm. I wish I had more influence.
I wanted to tell you guys.
you don't. Mango also wouldn't have that influence these days.
You want to tell us?
I wanted to tell you guys about sovereign citizens.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like, I don't know about him.
What are you
You
selling
know
us
how
something?
many hours of sovereign citizen footage I used to watch at my old
I
job?
love
Wait,
Sovereign
really?
Not
Citizen.
working.
Yeah, I love
Wait,
Sovereign
okay.
Citizen
Can you
footage.
explain to me what you watch? Because I want to know. Like, is it? It must just
Compilations, sovereign citizens get owned, number 7 compilations.
Be the same thing. Oh, I've never seen this.
So yeah,
This
so
is like
I just
people-
watched like
Are
some
these, like,
random
stolen
Vice
valor
News
videos?
no,
report
sovereign
about it.
citizens are people who they train themselves to pretty much fuck with cops, but in like, dare I say, a cringe way.
You
right?
mean the people who are like they purposely try to get pulled over because they know their rights, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, I know
Oh,
my right.
yeah.
Am I being detained? They'll walk around with like weapons, and then the cops will be like, "Why do you have that gun?"
I'm allowed to.
And there's,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So this is different. Then.
These are sovereign
So
citizens.
this isn't the sovereign citizen video that I watched was not people who are like intentionally try to like skate around the law with like loopholes and
Well,
stuff.
it can also happen
exactly.
if they like get pulled over and they don't want to be pulled over. They'll like get sovereign citizen at them. That's also
that's what they'll try. That's what they'll try to do.
Under
I
the
guess.
same
It's like
umbrella.
a group of people who like they're American citizens. They live in the U.S. or like they're usually like born in the U.S. They don't have like another citizenship or something, and they revoke or try to revoke their American citizenship to be a quote American national.
It's a
and-
really bad idea.
And
to
by
do that.
trying to do this, they think that this legally allows them to like commit crimes because they no longer operate within the laws
This
of
is
the
just
United
the
States.
episode of Family Guy where Peter builds a moat around his house.
Yeah, he has his own
Yeah,
country.
it's like
He
that.
makes his own
But
country.
then people not only do this for real, but they pay like a pastor-esque guide to inform them about it.
It's
who
a pilgrimage.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go before. I've read about this. You go before the Department of State, and it's a legal process, and it's a federal process where you renounce your citizenship as an American. It's a really fucking bad idea because now you have nowhere to go, right? It like America sucks, but like having that passport means you belong here, right?
Goated
Yeah,
passport.
you have no fallback.
And so if you get like captured in Ukraine and something happens, you always have your passport. And you'd be like, I'm an American citizen. This is where I belong, and they'll get you back there, right? Unless you're like a criminal. But if you don't have that, you actually become this like weird.
How you soft lock your life.
You really do, yeah. And it's really interesting to like want
Soft
that
lock
so
picking
bad.
sovereign
yeah, and
citizenship.
they're just like convinced that they can get around like this is like a weird defense for like getting like
Pussy.
like trying to get around murder and stuff like that. And because like, oh, I'm outside the law, and they're like convinced that this is like a viable strategy.
Yeah.
And then the end of the interview, because they'd been talking to this one dude who'd been specifically trying to do it because him and his wife had been on the run, avoiding parole and attempting to get their kid back from Child Protective Services. And the end of the interview is like we tried to reconnect with him, but he's been arrested now for like violating parole. And he was like moments ago in the interview convinced that like this is not possible because he's now become a sovereign
They
citizen.
should have interviewed him again.
That's a great
That's
idea.
hype.
It's like, oh, I want to avoid being arrested. I'm going to make it impossible to leave the country, and then I'm also going to go to the government and ask for something.
Yeah.
And also, you can get your baby back so you can eat it. You can only assume that's
to
what
give
they
you your
wanted.
sovereign level up that you
we
need.
should just make Iowa like a libertarian state.
Oh, dude, we can't call it Iowa again. Dude, we can't do it. Dude,
Yeah, you could call it like Crazy Frog.
You know what the funny
Yeah.
thing about Iowa was in the comments was that everybody who was from Iowa like just flat out agreed with us. There was no pushback. It was just like, yeah, that is what Iowa's like.
There was yeah.
I felt like it was the opposite.
I thought well there was some Iowa pushback, but it was overwhelmingly yeah, it's kind of boring.
2024 comes around, I want to make a little like neighborhood in Nebraska. Get like,
No, you don't.
well, no, because it's the easiest place to get an electoral vote because they break it up by district for the electoral vote. It's not an all or nothing
It
state.
is weird.
And you only need like something like 10,000 people to sway the vote enough that you can guarantee a certain election result.
You're
And then what do you want with that?
Are
What do
you
you want
just-
to do with that?
is
Wanna
this
do
your
it? Is this a
your
bit? It's
goal?
a Mr. Beast video.
you don't want to be you don't
Oh,
want to be
and then they just vote for me and I'm an elect.
Yeah, that's what I thought you wanted to
What
do.
were you thinking of before
the
that?
fuck are you?
rigging the elections.
Oh,
Yeah.
For who?
Whoever. I don't know who's running in
Hey,
2024.
hey, the highest bidder, brother.
Probably The
remember
Rock
when he
and
wanted to be
Bob
a talk
Iger.
show host, and now Ludwig just wants to become a lobbyist with all his money.
That's
I'm
sick.
lobbyism.
Now I'm on board.
I do want to be a lobbyist. Yeah.
Dude, so we were in Vegas and I had this bit about like you know how Vegas girls will be like in general like yeah we're in Vegas yeah like that very cliche
At least the loudest ones you can hear at any given location.
Yeah.
and they're just like and they're kind of broke but they're like yeah we're just like living free
And
Vegas.
one of them has like the fucking the
gold-
band.
someone's
Yeah,
birthday.
yeah,
Yeah.
the sadge.
So
like
one of
and
them
it
has
says
the
like
crown.
crazy bitch in
Crazy-
cursive.
These are me and my sluts here for
Yeah,
the weekend.
and it's like-
and people at home might be thinking like this is an exaggeration or like a caricature, but these groups really do exist
Yeah.
live in person, and you don't have to look hard. Like if you just walk around Vegas, you'll find this group.
There is also a male analog to this, which is
Yeah.
just like
God.
douchey frat guys.
Important to point out that the
Yeah.
male dude,
And they're like,
it exists.
bro,
and it's
fucking
crazy.
bro,
maybe more
dude.
miserable. Maybe
the
more
casino's
miserable.
like where I fucking chill, bro.
They
Anyway,
reference The Hangover way more.
at
oh
least
God.
one of them has
The collar is popped.
GHB on them.
Yeah, right. And so there's this subculture. It's not a subculture. It's just like how I don't know. It's just like this pass through culture of Vegas girls like this. But it had
It's
this.
where boat girls go when they get off the boat. They
Yeah.
they go in Vegas and then they get back on the boat.
But I had this funny idea that like you're like at the club and they're doing their whole thing and then they kind of start slowly like just spewing out shit like, and the vaccine is fake. God, everyone knows COVID's a hoax. Wow, yeah, in Vegas.
Is he following you around just saying this? That would be awesome.
Obama's a Muslim. Let's go. Let's party.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to the one listener who can guess why this came up. I'm so sorry.
And so yeah, we were just workshopping that bit a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I like it.
I like where it's at.
you like that
Holy-
bit?
like where it's
We're holding on to that
Holy
one.
shit.
We're holding on to that
Holy
one.
shit. You know what this just reminded me of? Do you guys know about like the Let's Go Brandon thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I know.
Yeah.
What's
Our
this?
pilot on the way home said it.
Oh
So-
wait, Southwest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
That-
what is
the
this?
news article?
So
wait,
this-
you guys, that was national news. You were on that plane?
No, it was literally
Not the
after the
original one.
article came out.
After the
Oh.
The guy kept doing.
because that's why we knew
Let's go,
about it.
Brandon. There was like a NASCAR event, and people who in NASCAR are like,
the guy who won its name was Brandon,
They
and
all-
then the crowd was cheering "Fuck Joe Biden."
Yeah,
and
and
then
they
the
all-
news reporter went, "Oh, looks like they're cheering. Let's go, Brandon." And so then now they say "Let's go, Brandon" to say "Fuck Joe Biden."
yeah, it's like a code for
Yeah.
fuck Joe Biden, and they think they're being really clever, and it's really funny.
They
'cause
could just say
it's kinda
"Fuck Joe
cute.
Biden."
Yeah, because they could just say fuck Joe Biden.
That's-
And our pilot.
This
said,
is the scrub that dish of
Yes,
Of that- of
exactly.
right wings?
Of-
Rub
Yeah,
that dish of
Republicans.
Southwest pilots, apparently.
And so yeah, we flew Southwest home, and he got on the intercom and whispered, "Let's go."
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And so he did that. It hit national news headlines like Southwest pilot because a lot of right wing people jumped
not
on it
ours.
like, damn, these fucking soft ass libs. And that's funny that your guy,
our guy did
was
that.
like handshake, like,
Yeah.
I'm sticking with the Southwest guys.
It was so cringe.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just really cringe.
Nobody
No, the
cares.
thing
Like, I don't care. Land the fucking plane.
Hassan literally said it perfectly. He was like, "Dude, just say fuck Joe Biden
Yeah.
with your chest." I say it all the time. Like, just say fuck
It's weird
Joe
'cause it's
Biden.
like, oh, I got this opportunity to like address these people in this like metal can that they can't leave.
a red
And
dot appears on Aiden's forehead.
it's just like, oh, this is gonna be great. Like,
Yeah.
it's such a weird fucking thing. It's like, if you're gonna be a pilot who wants to let everyone on board know what politics you're into, like, just maybe shut the fuck up.
just crash the plane.
Dude, his movie pauses
They
and he
don't know.
says, "Let's go, Brandon," and fucking kills
Dude,
himself on the
oh
plane.
my! He stands up, starts banging on the cockpit.
I was watching the Social Network. It was just a good part.
It was about the 96 coming back for
Oh,
everything,
makes
asshole.
makes me so mad. Makes me so mad.
Yeah, it was really whack. And by the way, even if it was like he said something like I agreed with, right, it would still be whack because it's like, hey, not the time. Land the fucking plane and get your yerb out of the freezer.
Oh shit, we double freezing.
Oh, I
today?
clicked repeat.
Oh,
You're
damn.
done.
So it's been an hour.
That means it's been like an hour and a half at
Wait,
least.
how much are we
That
at
means
then?
we're almost done.
Maybe hour 20. I don't
Zipper,
know.
give us a time count,
It's crazy.
and then we'll
Do,
just
do, do,
suck
do.
Ludwig down for the rest of it all.
A zipper to this, which I don't know what the fuck that means.
That means go long,
Keep going.
kiddo.
boom,
Keep
boom.
going.
Zipper, hold your hands out with your fingers.
Are we within 10?
Zipper does have only 7 fingers, so it might be hard for him.
What's up, bitch?
So I messaged you about this over the weekend
Ooh.
because as soon as I realized I had it in my head, I was like, we have a way in. We can make this change. Pokimane owns Evo now.
I'm so mad about this.
Oh, yeah.
Pokimane owns Evo.
Let's talk about it.
I don't want this to be a thing. I want Evo to fucking die so
Oh.
I can replace Evo.
Okay.
I don't want Evo to exist because
Right.
then if Evo exists, then it's just competition.
Yeah, I see
Doesn't
what
mean
you're
that they're
saying.
gonna host Melee.
Well, that's the thing that Aiden messaged me about because Poki's company is owned by a different company that owns Evo as well as her company.
There's an in now where we could potentially talk to Poki and be like, hey, Evo was cool. Here's how you make it not shitty. Like,
But
Yeah.
what he's saying is that our resources and thoughts should
Are
be
better.
We could make cooler
our own
Evo, but I'm
event.
also like
Our Evo would be so sick.
Our Evo would be so.
But-
we say our Evo, like our
brand
Evo.
recognition event.
The Evo that I could come up with, that I could tell Ludwig, to tell Pokimane, to tell the owners of RTS
All
and
right.
Sony.
We call it EvoCon.
hey,
Different event.
Yeah, the thing is, I think they will obviously continue Evo, so I want it to do well, because if Evo's going to exist, might as well make it good, because I think people will go to it just for the branding.
Right.
So I did frame one message Poki, Melee at Evo. She did reply, Peepo G, which is the emote of the Pepe Frog
Mhm.
writing something
I
down with
love
classes.
Peepo. Peepo G.
Inconclusive.
I love a good
It is
Peepo
Which
G.
meant she
Inclusive.
would look up what Melee is after.
She's the chief creative officer of the management group, which is owned by the group that owns Evo.
Well,
So
I'm the chief creative officer of smoking weed behind the venue.
I'm trying to say I don't
True.
know how
You
big
should
her
have seen.
poll
You
is.
should have seen what he did with a Canada Dry bottle.
I don't. What?
It was nuts.
You're
Yeah, we
sick.
had that shit in the bottle. at the
Shit I
venue.
never saw before.
Never touched a can in my life.
So we'll see.
One
Maybe.
hit out the apple, one hit out the bottle.
Oh, speaking of big things fitting in big things, watch this clip on LSF of Hassan reacting to porn on stream.
What?
He
Wow.
was
Great
watching the
content.
porn,
Great content.
full cam, reacting to the porn with 39 DAF in ACU, and then like commentating it. And it was so compelling that I went to look at the porn, and it was the craziest porn I'd ever seen in my life. It was a woman who put a dildo in her asshole, and I shit you not, it was probably twice the size of that gnome.
Okay. A thickness
in
as well.
width?
Yes,
Dude.
width. I'm telling you, it was like it was
Yeah.
like this wide, maybe wider.
Okay.
Dude.
So
It
her
was
shit was looking like a soccer ball.
It it exited and it was like it was fucking Stargate SG-1 in that bitch.
Dude, me and my good old friend who I met through Dota actually. We became very good friends, messaged every day, and one day he sent me this fucking gif of two women transferring a dildo from one asshole to the other, like it was a train
Dude, I want to put.
going into two different
I
tunnels.
want to put the Inception music behind that.
Dude, it was great. And then he just said it quote like, "Here you go."
Dude, all I can think of right now.
Pass it to one
That's
friend
like a-
or else you have bad luck for 7 years.
That's like a
that
Tumblr
scene,
quote.
that one scene in like the montage at the end of Requiem for a Dream. where
Yeah,
they're-
classic.
That's exactly what I'm
that's a
thinking
sad
of right
one.
now. Yeah,
This
it is
one was,
sad.
I would like to think, happier.
Comical, a happy,
It was
a
just
happy
more
handoff.
well lit. So that's good.
Mhm.
Requiem for a cream, if you will.
Let's bring back creepypasta emails and just tweet at people. Let's make Yardigan spread memes around the world.
I do love porn parody titles, by the way.
Aw,
That's
dude,
where your superpower
Put me in the booth.
can be
Put
really
me in the
useful.
fucking
Wait, explain to
booth.
me.
He said Requiem for a cream.
Oh, like
So it's
that
like a-
you like, okay.
I'm
like
just
a
I'm
spoof.
just good at like bastardizing names, and I think I could do a lot of good work for this community.
Would you ever want to direct a porno?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
And like
As,
have it,
as long as it was like,
people know it's yours. Everyone
ethically
knows
sourced.
it's yours.
as long as it was ethically sourced,
No blood diamonds.
Imagine-
grass-fed porn.
Mixed,
Farm to
mixed
table
porn,
cum.
but it just has like it has killer 3D
Dude,
assets.
Dude, it has
and it's got
30 seconds to Mars.
It's got,
Oh my God.
it's got old Macklemore in the background while like things cut back and forth.
There's hit markers on, like, on her
After
ass and
Effects
stuff.
presets.
Woody Allen.
Got the CC lens plug-in. Real ones now.
You've been acting awful tough lately.
Oh my god.
It's just cum shots.
It's got Woody Allen.
Dude, imagine you in the heyday of like machinima, you direct a porn and a guy does a 360 cum shot.
Has that been done?
That has to have been done.
I mean,
No
surely.
shot that
But
hasn't
like
been
a
done.
360 cum shot sounds cooler than a man just jumping in a circle then coming.
Dude.
but you have to time it.
Like
It's just
off-
like Black Ops.
Off a ladder would be cool.
Off a ladder.
A ladder
a
stall.
ladder stall?
Can you imagine like ladder stall first person with like a huge dick in your hand, and then like flicking it up and down like the intervention? It's like,
There's a video for your YouTube channel. I think Charlie did something similar, but a day in your life from the perspective of your penis.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I like that.
that's such a boring video. You spend most of the day in
Yeah,
the
for
dark.
you.
Found a guy with the tiny penis in the room.
Hey.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right here,
and
buddy.
also Candace is
Throw it
coming
there.
over.
Sorry, my friend Wendy's likes on the mics closer.
That's big, eh?
That's
Who's
big,
Wendy?
That'd be mad. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm a full-time YouTuber now. Successful. And
You got 20K on that video. I see you out there.
This
I
is-
mean,
this is
these
a-
guys didn't agree with me, but I feel like it's the closest I'll ever come to being Kyle.
I
Yeah,
agreed with you.
I think it's got that energy.
I hate when you do this. I hate when you're like, you guys, and it was something that he did.
I just thought it was both of you, but it was you.
It was me, and I
I
still
made
stand
a
by that.
You know what pissed me off?
I made a tweet about
You
how
did,
good this
actually.
video was.
You know what pissed me off? It didn't actually piss me off, but I thought it was interesting is when you watch it on stream and you laughed a bunch and you said, that's actually a good video.
oh.
As if, for a couple things, as if I could never actually make a good video, which is fine, but also that you reserve that compliment in general for videos in general, meaning that you don't think a lot of stuff is actually good. Past that, and you can smoke that now too.
I have my
Your
own.
rebuttal? You got your own.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
just live
eat
on
it.
Twitch saying shit.
Okay.
Ew. Why would you swallow it?
What does that mean?
I actually, a good video is just like a way to farm chat to be positive around a video.
Interesting.
If you say that's a good video, then people will be more likely to send. If you say actually a good video, it'll be like, actually true, Ludwig, pog you.
The logic there does not follow. You just
It's
kind of said that.
Hurting Twitch chat.
I don't think that.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, no, it makes a lot
You
of
know
sense.
why you'll never be a YouTuber?
Why?
Is because you'll never repeat something that was successful.
That's right.
and that's all YouTube is.
But
He
Germa
ba-
did that.
dude,
Germa made it,
dude,
and
he-
he didn't do
no,
that.
he literally
He
does
was
that.
like, if you tell them to watch the video, they're gonna go watch it. But if you say check this video out, they're gonna like check it out. You know what I mean? What the fuck are you
I'm just
talking
trying to
about?
get fucking past the conversation, Nick. Jesus Christ, harping Harry over here.
It is crazy
Plus
how.
ratio.
And
I'm defending you.
No, yeah, I know.
You will never ratio me. Plus, you're white. Anyway, yeah,
I'll
you
beat
have
your
to
ass.
repeat things that you are successful on in YouTube. Germa does do that. He did WrestleMania like 5 years in a row.
Yeah, but
They're
no,
his
but that's
biggest
like
thing.
annual.
So what? He still repeats
But
things.
no, you don't
Different.
understand. That's obviously different. There's difference between a tradition and a ritual, and then just
It
like
is different.
farming the same jerk
It's
off shit.
TikTok
You fucking
time,
jerk off.
everybody.
Every YouTuber
It's TikTok
does
time.
a bunch of videos, then one hits, and then they repeat that one.
I will be the exception.
That's
with
what
low sub
Summoning
count
Salt
and no
was.
revenue.
That's what Summoning Salt was. Like, Summoning Salt just made videos, and then he did one history speedrunning. It popped off, and he's like, I'll just keep doing this.
But you hear what I just said? I'll have little views, no revenue, but I'll be enjoying what I do make.
Yeah, so you won't be a YouTuber.
But am I not on YouTube?
Well, a YouTuber, I think, would be like,
Am I on
living-
YouTube?
Am I not a man in this country? Do I not have the same rights as you Ludwigunders?
You just watch The Village, too?
We just watched The Village. I
Oh,
don't
I
like it
didn't
that
watch
much.
Yeah, blue.
So, you know, that's what
Don't
I'm
know
saying.
what that is.
Anyway,
We're
man,
equals now.
we are not.
Put it
You guys are the same.
You guys are the same.
You guys are the same.
Come on, shake the hand.
Yeah.
Come
Put
on.
her there, man.
You guys are the same.
Ah, what is
Alright.
that?
Uh,
Oh my god.
He's
For the audio,
trying to kiss
I
his
don't want
hand.
to tell the audio
The
listeners what's
same.
going on.
Yeah.
We're the same.
It's not helpful to them.
Hey, man, we're
Um,
surely at 90 here, guys. Hey, been a great one. Thank you so much, Yardigans, for watching episode 17.
Yeah,
38.
statistics say there's like 10% of you still listening.
We're on 18.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Thank you so
18.
much for watching episode 18.
Yes, our podcast is now barely legal.
Oh,
Come on.
Would you
Oh.
fuck
We're
a
talking about
podcast?
porn.
Come on.
We're just using
Yeah,
tropes.
that was too far. All right.
It's-
Aiden's 30-minute segment on the Third Reich wasn't out of pocket.
Well, that's staying
Hey,
in.
so
We're
if you
cutting
just
that.
started
Oh,
watching
we're cutting
right
that?
now, maybe go back and watch the whole thing. Also, if you haven't, smash the bell, leave a rating. Coinbase, everybody. Woo! Thank you for watching the yard. Watch the
Actually,
premium now.
Go do subscribe to the YouTube because I think my second YouTube channel is going to pass the yard, and that would make me sad.
That's up to you. Why don't you fucking do something?
Why don't
about
you
it?
plug? Why don't you do something?
I fucking made you guys.
I know,
You
so make
sons
us
of
more.
bitches.
Make us more.
I swear to
Keep going then, pussy. Keep going.
Okay, Dad.
You know I made you something, Ludwig. I'll tell you the primo.